In this video, we will look at EMA line as dynamic support resistance. Here, as you can see, I have added an indicator. This indicator is Vortex. Uh, you can find this indicator on all trading platforms as well as all charting platforms as well. So we normally the word in the market is whenever Vortex crosses this each other, crossover is happening between each other, you take buy and sell trades, and this green line is crossing the red from below, like here you go long. When red line is crossing here, you go short. This is the word in the market. That's how people have been teaching others, but unfortunately that is not the correct way. Vortex is not designed for that. Vortex is kind of a unique indicator, like MACD and RSI gives you the trend direction, strength of the trend, whereas MACD also gives you the direction of the trend. Similarly, Vortex will give you direction of the trend. It's how much strength it has. It will also give you an entries where you can go long. It will also give you an indications that it's time to book your profits. Like, all in all, it's a complete package to use. But the problem with Vortex is it works on the personality of chart. What do you mean by personality of chart? As in the previous video, we have seen that every chart has its own personality. That's why it follows its own moving average as dynamic level. So here also, based on that, we have to identify the same way we have to identify how my Vortex is behaving based on the price behavior. There is a quick hack to do it. So let's see how do we do it. So here is one stock I have already pre-selected as Grasim. Normally, using this method on lower time frames like 15 minutes and 5 minutes do work. On 5 minutes it doesn't work that well because of the whipsaws and all. Like, the risk to reward is not favorable in 5 minutes. For 15 minutes we can work out. For hourly it works tremendously well. So the idea is, as I have informed you in the very first video of this crash course, that we draw trend lines on our higher time frame, that static trend lines where we touch like swing points. When we touch higher lows or lower highs, we get a rising and falling trend line respectively. Similarly, here as well, we use this on the higher time frame. So if your higher time frame being hourly, you can take your view from this and trade based on your trading time frame, that will be your 15 minutes. So yes, this is your intraday method to trade. You can also use this method on swing tradings where you use your higher time frame, that is analysis time frame, is as daily, and your trading time frame as hourly, which is suitable for the swing trades to avoid the whipsaws. Okay, so let's check this as example. Grasim, I am taking a random stock. Let's adjust our EMA such that it does maximum number of touches as we had seen. So here we can make a, this is one way where we are catching this here, but we are missing out this particular edges. Okay, so what we can do is reduce the number so that it does maximum number of touches, something like this. As we adjusted this touch, notice how the other touch got respected as well. So based on this, this will be a dynamic time frame. Now what we need to do is the important step. The period which came out is 23. You need to adjust this period to the nearby value, which is multiple of 3. Remember, multiple of 3 is very important to work with vortex. So here the next multiple of 3 or nearest multiple of 3 is 24. So we will select our period as 24. Okay, so that's the period we selected for our EMA. Now in vortex, what you need to do is, we have selected a period of 24, for this EMA. We will divide this by 3. You will get your answer as 8. So for vortex you will use 8 period vortex like this. Also notice one thing here, this is my calculations, okay, but for, see, if I comment this out, you will see this kind of vortex. The vortex is actually a very choppy indicator. As you can see, it moves a lot based on this. One more thing, as you might know, vortex work is based on your ATR values, means it is not considering the moving averages like MACD or anything like that, but it is considering the true range of the price bar. Okay, and we all know the importance of true range to define the trend or to do swing tradings. If you have not used super trend, then you need to use it once. Super trend also works on ATR, true range concept. ATR means average true range. So here when we take ATR of 1, means we are taking a true range value. Okay, so let's move ahead. So problem with vortex, only problem with vortex, it chops a lot. It's a very unstable indicator. Okay, so to overcome this problem, and to while overcoming, it should help us as well. So to do that, what we do, we add a moving average to it, like this will smooth out a little bit. So what I am doing, I am taking the vortex positive and vortex negative, and I am simply doing a simple moving average over the 4 periods. After I have done that, observe this choppy charts became a smooth one. Now it's easy for us to identify. Okay, because of that, if we do this, the compromise we are doing is our vortex chart shifts to the right by 1 or 2 bars. Okay, this also helps, like we will enter into a trade 1 or 2 bars later, but this also helps to avoid the false move. So that way it's beneficial, it's win-win situation for us. So let's see now how do we use it. Okay, now this vortex itself act as a, see, this vortex has two colors, a green one is positive and red one is negative. You will simply ignore everything which is below this line, this dotted line. Let me hide the part till the dotted line, like this. We will only use the part which is above this dotted line. Okay, this dotted line is of your value 1, as you can see here. Okay, normally vortex crossovers around 1 value, near to the 1 value. Now this what you say, vortex has two lines, green one, red one, green one, red one, like that. So when we have a green above my 1, means I am expecting a bullish trend to go on. When I have this red one above +1, then I am expecting a bearish trend to go on. Okay, these are your intermediate trends, like you know a small part of the bigger picture. Here, as you can see from the moving average, my price is doing a choppiness. It is moving up down, means basically it is a sideways market. And after moving out, price is continuously staying below this, means here we are in a bear market. In bear market, we would love to sell, we will not buy. If we are buying, we will do scalping, like quick entries and quick exits with big quantity. Okay, but here since the trend is down, we will look for short positions. Now how do we identify what's going to be expected from this vortex with the use of vortex? So as we know, this EMA line is our support resistance. My price is trading in this range. Let me draw the range properly, like this, and here it is giving the breakout. Well before the breakout happens, we can clearly see the price started its trend from here. Okay, so now here in vortex, how do we trade that? So we are looking for sell trades, not buy trades. So for time being, I'll hide the positive line for time being, for explanation purpose. So now you have only sell like VI minus in your on your charts. What you will do, you will look for these swing highs after this particular point. Okay, now what do we want? We want our vortex value to cross above the previous high, like this. Here it is not crossing. Okay, now here also it is not crossing. Now here we have a crossover. So let me draw a line here which goes till price action. Okay, here we got the breakout, and immediately after 2 bars we are getting the signal. So here we can look for our entries. This is just a concept I am explaining. I'll tell you the better way to do this, so that you are able to catch your trends from here itself. But for time being, let's learn everything with the core concepts. Over here we will get our trade. Okay, now again we will do same thing. We want our price to cross this high, which is not done. Here it's doing the same thing. So let me draw a vertical line, and here you may initiate your trade. Then again it is crossing somewhere here, you may initiate your trade. Here it is crossing, you may initiate your trade. So if you see continuously my price is crossing higher and higher and higher. If we calculate from our first entry, our target, like the last swing low, we almost made around 6 to 7% in just the matter of couple of weeks. First day, 2 day, 3, 4, 5 and 6, that is within a week we are identifying this. Okay, so this is how you have to trade the vortex. Now let's see what happens next. Here it is not crossing the highs. Now question is, can I consider this as a crossover? So no, you cannot. Once the price crosses your 1k line, this line at 1k value, it's done. Now it is in the same move, so you cannot trade this. Okay, now so let me get everything back as it was, and we'll see when to enter trades and when not to enter trades. Okay, the early signs. So let me draw that range again. Here was my range. Here my price started moving down and I got this huge supply. Acha, let me do one thing. Let me zoom in the chart a little bit like this, and let me draw a range here. This was my range. The price was trading. Okay, so as you can see, this was the range. We will shift zoom our chart like this so that we have better understanding. Now, as we can see from this dynamic resistance, the price started facing resistance here, and we got the first supply bar. If you check the volumes will be on the very higher side. This was the first indication. Secondly, when buyers came, they also have forming a demand bar, but they are not able to sustain above this line. Price is continuously pushing down and down and down. So here what you need to do is you need to find some pattern. Like in this particular case, we have a small pattern like this. Let me clear this and draw it again. So here we have this particular pattern forming up like this. Some may call it a triangle, some may call it a pennant or anything. Okay, and since we know the price is below EMA, there are high chances that the price will break down on the lower side. Okay, so let's draw a line here for reference. Okay, now you can see the triangle is doing a squeeze here, and when we look at the vortex, my red line is coming above the +1 value. So this also indicates that there is a high chance of breakdown on the lower side. Okay, now what you need to do is you need to observe the buyers are getting dead. Okay, this can be observed using this. Observe very carefully. This was my white line, and my green line, that is buyer's value, fall that much, whereas my red line fall that much. When the difference between red from the white line and difference between the green from the white line, this, when this distance is higher, this means buyers are weak. When reverse situation happens, and this normally happens during the breakouts, you will not see such things happening like here this is happening. So let's find out. Yes, we are trading in a range again, forming a triangle pattern, or lower highs and lows are getting maintained and stuff. Or you can also do this. You can draw, oh sorry, you can draw a channel like this and say, okay, this is the falling channel and this was the previous high, previous low and all stuff. So here distance of red line from white is less compared to distance of green line from white. This indicates my buyers are weak, whereas my sellers, see, the area below this white line is the weakness. Okay, and the area above the white line is momentum. When my price rose this much means high momentum compared to this. Okay, but we are traders, we are not observers. We need to trade and catch this momentum before it happens. Okay, so this momentum part won't be much helpful to us beforehand, but this weakness part we can analyze. Okay, so here you can see the weakness in buyers is more compared to sellers, so high probability that it will break down. As you see weakness anywhere like here or here, you may enter into your trade with the very small stop loss. Okay, so let's see how the things work out here. We are looking for this high to break. This broke here, this high broke here, but if we see clearly in this particular area, we are watching the weakness in seller, weakness in buyers, like this. Okay, so immediately after this, if we start our trade like here, any candle which closes below this, and I'll enter. This is my entry, and my stop loss is my last point where my price tested my dynamic resistance will be my stop loss, and I'll be in trade till I'm not getting a close above this. So here you will get, if the price rejects the value, you can again re-enter at the same level and trade the long way. Like, decide your trading methodologies based on this. This is your chart reading approach. As you might know, I basically like get a view, and based on intraday price action I trade. So this is one of the method which I used to do in my early days. Nowadays I am not following this, but this still works, I know. So this is the way you can approach the vortex. So let's in the next video we will add one more component, that is your Bollinger Band, based on the same concept of dynamic support and resistance. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.